Good morning and welcome to Beer and Breakfast, your matchday morning show. I'm here with Big Kev because Jono's pissed off and gone on holiday during season. Not acceptable, is it, Kevin?
Not acceptable at all. In fact, it's quite outrageous. I can't believe he's done it. Missing the biggest game in how many days were it? Five? I don't know, too many.
Lucky bastard, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get straight in. So, as I said, we've got Kev this week and we're also in a different location. The fabulous New Anglers at Handsworth. I don't know if you know, but our Tricky runs it. He's never mentioned it in a vlog before, ever.
And it's the home of Jade from The Voice. What more could anybody want than to come and see Jade from The Voice at this time in the morning? Fantastic.
And she poured you a beer as soon as you walked in.
Can't get better service than that, can we?
You were happy, just walking in, it's like, oh, stage lighting, free beer, crisps. I'm not letting you touch crisps yet, though.
Oh, we can't open them apparently.
They're just We've been told they're
just for show.
It's just to show that he does do food.
This is only out at Slop's tray, so. Still tastes good to me though. You won't get a better pint than the New Anglers at Handsworth.
Anyway, right, into football. Birmingham, that was shit, weren't it?
Disappointed, but so Sheffield United. Big build-up, all missed it. Massive drink before the game. Well, I had half.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, and then it just seemed to pass us by, really. I don't know, it was just a non-event. I never thought we were going to score.
No, that was the biggest problem, weren't it? We were so narrow and so slow, and I just think that the one hope you've got out of that is you're hoping that it's bedding into a new system. Like a bit like under He Who Shall Not Be Named, because he ended up in a big fucking fight online if you mentioned his name. But he didn't do too well in his first 4 games, so let's not lose too much hope yet.
No. But having watched the Carlisle game as well, it's like I'm a bit worried that we're playing this silly passing it across the back to keeper and back again and back again. I remember Slav when he brought Fulham to Lane, and it was just pure attack sort of thing. So hopefully that'll come.
We have played in a certain way for so long that we are going to make these passes backwards still.
Yeah.
And hopefully it gives them that fucking Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll kill your whole entire fucking family look. You know, that look that he does.
Yes,
and then hopefully they'll stop fucking passing it around like dickheads.
I thought he had a bad look until I saw him, that used to be Barnsley manager, West Brom's manager. He looks evil.
Fucking Ishmael.
Oh, you know.
Him and Slav on touchline together. But on the plus side of things, like you said, in pub, you had a few shandies, didn't you?
Just 1 or 2, which mixed in with my medication had a serious effect on me for the next 48 hours. But
he uses his medication as an excuse. He was pissed as a fart after half pint, like he always is. But you enjoyed yourself. And that's
absolutely. It was a great day until result, really. I mean,
you're seeing friends that you hadn't seen for fucking God knows how long, and just catching up and
just
chatting
amazing,
shit. It was the best thing ever.
Yep, brilliant.
I'll never take one of James's or Andy's shit jokes for granted.
We were on fine form other night. God.
I'll never take him for granted ever again. Marmy, if you're watching, we love you, and we get all your shit jokes back out. We take back everything we've ever said about him being terrible.
Oh dear.
So speaking of Big Slav, we don't really hear much from him compared to previous management team, do we? But when he does speak, he seems very direct and to the point. Can you get behind that? Would you like to hear more?
Can you understand him? I don't. Yeah, it's just not got the punch that we're used to, sort of thing. I don't know. It's slow and, like you say, we'll just have to see how it progresses. Well,
a few people are a bit, I don't know, they want somebody passionate on the touchline. I think teams that are used to English managers, we're not the only ones who've done this. And you get a manager and it's, he's got no emotion on touchline. Not everybody's like that, though,
No, they're not. But that being a blade, that's what it's all about, isn't it? The old heart pumping and one thing and another. But
that probably means something else in Serbia.
Yeah, probably not. Oh dear.
Speaking of Slav, let's see what he had to say ahead of the Swansea game.
Okay, and there will be still a few weeks out. We are thinking too about some surgery, and at the moment we will still need waiting for his comeback. We are thinking he can be available with us during international break or can be after the international break. We are thinking about 4-6 weeks. We are in a similar situation like another championship team. Just now my team played 2 friendly games and 2 competition games. Of course we need sometimes more for try improve ourselves in all the levels, not only in the physical side, and we are in optimal moment. Of course we are in some kind of the progress, and we need to improve, looking for the improvement in all the sides. I believe in Ronaldo Vieira will be soon with us. He's still not in the building, but I hope I will start after the Saturday games working with him. For another side, I need addition. His club players need new teammates, new addition, fresh blood, and it's huge 3 pieces ahead of us. And they need, and club need, and supporters need too. It's new bodies in the building. We are talking about this a lot of the times. I know business is not especially so quick. Nobody can be especially so happy, but I want to trust we will move quick, and in few days we can thinking about more addition. All the games is a challenge, of course. After the Birmingham game, we start be focused for next 2. Okay, we play against Carlisle. The cup game is good for us. Pass through in the next round and try grow up our confidence for next game. Swansea is one of the experienced Champions League team. They start with defeat like us at the home. They will push hard for win the points, but it's we are focused. We trust in our position, in our possibility, and we try to same thing, especially after we stay without any point in our home. We are under more desire for, don't say pressure, for lift our performance and be still more competitive, for have opportunity for win the game.
Yeah, obviously I was quite disappointed with the Birmingham result. You know, I think it's natural. We only really had 1 game in pre-season. It was a real disjointed pre-season from our point of view. But you know, I think under the new gaffer, we've got like a new fresh sense of everything, really. You know, there's things for us to take on board in terms of the way he wants us to play and the way he wants us to set up, which is always nice for us to have. And you know, I think it'll take a bit of time to get used to, but you know, it's something where we're looking forward to. You know, we know that we've got a lot of quality within the team. You know, we've got a lot of the team that played in that season 2 seasons ago in the Premier League, where we showed we could match it against pretty much anyone in the division. So it's kind of about recapturing that confidence, maybe, and the belief that we win, that we can win games, and that we are able to win games. You know, it was tough last year for everyone. No one likes losing and having such a tough season like we did last year. But you know, we know we have that ability in the squad. And with the gaffer coming in and bringing fresh ideas, and you know, we know the gaffer knows this division inside and out as well. So you know, we know that we're confident for this season about how we want to do things and where we want to get to. Now, everyone knows how much I appreciated my time at Swansea and how much I still have a real good connection with a lot of people there. But like you say, this weekend there'll be no friends until after the game, and it's straight down to business. Yeah, they're adapting quite a new style, similar to the style when I was there, the way that we played under Graham Potter, I think. So I think this weekend there'll be two teams who really want to play football, and hopefully it should be a good spectacle for the fans.
So obviously he's talked about signings and how we're playing there and getting some new blood in. As of recording this, still no new signings. No. As I said in the last video, they'll probably make fucking 4 or something now before I release this. But
let's hope so.
Worrying signs that I know they're only rumours and it could all be bollocks. We know what acts are like in fucking tabloids and shit like that. Saying that we're going to have to sell Berger to bring Vieira, Big Dave in.
Big Dave.
Dave.
I don't like calling him that. It's too much like him that played for Pigs. Have you heard that? I don't think this is true, but somebody told me last night
I love
that
this topic thing.
they've bought a player called Sal.
Give up.
Honestly, that's what and he's going to wear a pink shirt and he's called Sal. I hope it's true. I don't know if it is or not. I think Berg's going to be a star if he stays here, but I just can't see him staying.
I know that some people online were slating him, saying he didn't do fuck all.
When he run with ball into areas, that's what he's all about, and it just it's getting ball to him and getting them runs.
I know, did he have it to get it to?
Yeah.
He had the same problem that Norwood had all last season. Who the fuck does he give it to? There's nobody to give it to.
I would say that Burke and Sicknote are definitely not the starting two for me under any circumstances.
No.
Be interesting on Saturday, like McBurnie and Brewster playing against their old team. Would that?
Well, that's something we're going to come on to earlier, but fuck it, let's talk about it now. Let's throw the script out at window, eh?
As usually happens with Armour.
That old team curse. We suffer with it from most. We always have them players that score against us no matter what.
Yeah.
Let's start a new one against somebody else for fuck's
It'd be nice. It would be nice.
Brewster and McBurnie, start them both up front. 2 goals each, 4-0 win. Why not?
It's not been a good ground for us, Swansea. That's my biggest worry with that one, I must admit.
That's because I've never been.
Yeah, probably. Let's hope it turns it around.
Let's hope that now I'm gone, break that little curse.
Yeah.
But now Brewster's got his goal. Admittedly, only Carlisle rebound shot. It weren't a wooden strike, but he needed that, didn't he?
Just seeing it not only is relief, crowd's relief. I mean, there were 6,000 whether in that stand. I thought there were 30,000 at that moment because everybody was just so relieved. Everyone at the team were jumping on him and that, which you wouldn't normally see in a nondescript cup match like that. But it meant a lot.
First round at League Cup, and you've got players. Nearly every single player in the squad putting a picture.
Yeah,
a Brewster scoring a goal as though we've just scored in fucking in FA Cup final, and I think that shows how much squad behind him.
I've had argument on Twitter and that.
What arguing on Twitter? I don't fucking believe you.
People slagging him and saying he's useless. Where you've seen what he's done for England and Swansea, he's not a bad player. He's just lacking in confidence. I mean, you could see after he'd scored his goal, he was shooting from anywhere and twisting and turning. That's what he needs is confidence, like any striker. I mean, when I spoke to Keith Edwards on the show,
did you speak to Keith Edwards?
He'd said the same thing. Really, it's all about confidence, and once you start hitting net, usually you can't stop, so let's hope it has that effect.
It's time, Kevin.
Oh no.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time. It's time for this or that. So, because it's Kevin, not Jono, I were going to go on to strikers, but since Big Kev's graced us with our presence, I think what we should talk about is the left wing-back position. Now, last week, we had a bit of a kerfuffle where we predicted 1, Ender Stevens would be starting, 2, we used him as a choice, and he turns out to still be fucking injured. So that were great fun.
What a kerfuffle.
What a kerfuffle. What a kerfuffle. But we're talking long term in the season now. So I don't think Ben Osborne can play left wing back anymore.
No.
Too small in this division. Premiership, it gets away with it because it's not as a physical. The division isn't as physical. You don't have these towering players jumping up at you.
No.
I don't think he should play left wing back anymore.
No.
So long term, we're going to ask Big Kev if he wants to stick with Ender Stevens, Max Lowe, or Rhys Norrington Davis. Oh, he's agreed with me. He's agreed with me.
Yeah.
First time we've agreed on fuck all.
I think he long term is the answer. I mean, he looked pretty good against Carlisle. I know it weren't much of a test, but and don't get me wrong, I love Ender. I really do love Ender, but
it's his age. It's getting to that time.
Yeah. It's a toss-up really between between up, not off, between Ender and Norrington Davis. But I think long term he's got to be the answer. So for me,
and I think it can be good there. Look what he did with Stoke. This is why I picked him. Stoke loved him. He had a bit of a slow start, but then they ended up loving him. They wanted to bring him back. I just think that he's got that side to him. Look how he played for Wales. He's got an aggressive side like Ender had, but he's also good with his feet, good going forward, good at the back. He's perfect.
I mean, it's difficult at minute to say because Ender's he didn't have a great season, and he's injured now. What's he going to come back like?
I don't know. Is he ever? We never know these fucking things. So I'll end up putting him in predicted lineup again.
Yeah, he's definitely injured, I think. But I just think, what's he going to come back like? Because he needs a big boost in confidence after last season. Because I don't think he was brilliant last season, but.
Well, he didn't really have his usual thing to play off. Before you had the O'Connell, Fleck, Stevens triangle. The good thing about Stevens was when he had the confidence going forward, he knew he had O'Connell backing him up.
Well, that's one of the big things that why we went down last season. Not only did O'Connell's injury cost us O'Connell, it cost us
Fleck and Stevens.
Yeah, exactly.
And Norwood.
All down that left side were poor, and then we didn't really find answer to it.
Well, Stevens knew we didn't have anybody to bail him out at shit.
No.
That's why he had so much. That's why he was megging people left, right, and centre season before. Because he knew he could. Because he knew if he lost ball, O'Connell's here to clatter every bastard who comes down with ball.
So it just O'Connell's injury had a bigger effect than anybody could ever imagine. I think that was one of the main reasons we went down.
So coming up next, we've got Swansea.
Oh God. Yeah, Swansea.
We've had some really good results against Swansea lately, haven't we?
Well, yeah, they are what you could class as a bit of a bogey team. I think.
A bogey team.
A bit of a. I can't ever remember us beating them, and I could be wrong there. I'll have to look that up, but I can't ever remember us beating them. So.
I'm sure we have beaten them. Well, I've seen us beat them, but that was before they moved into Liberty.
Do you reckon? Well, I could be wrong.
I don't think I've seen us win at Liberty. No. I've never been to Liberty, but I don't. As I've been watching United since they moved into that ground, I don't have any memories of us beating there. Somebody prove me wrong. Put it in comments when we last beat them at Liberty. Have we ever beat them at Liberty? I ain't got a clue.
No, I don't think we have at Liberty. We might have done it at Vetchfield, but not at definitely not Liberty. Even in this promotion season, they were one of the teams that beat as well. Yeah. McBurnie, twat.
But did you watch Swansea's game today? They weren't exactly. They were pretty shit.
Well, again, it's they're changed manager, haven't they? And one thing and another, you don't know what reaction they're going to get because it'll be their first home game under new manager, won't it? So it's pretty interesting. I don't like these 8 o'clock kickoffs though. They're
well, it's all right for you that's not going. You can sit and watch on TV and then go to bed. If we win, I'll be partying up way back to fucking Sheffield. If we lose, I'm kipping up back of that coach.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, because of my medication, I couldn't possibly be up until that time. We had to. I'd love to have gone, seriously, but
does Viagra really have that effect?
Yeah. I take 2 a day. Stops me falling out of bed.
What do you sleep in a sleeping bag? They could have a shit season and they'll still come and get a result against us. It's always one of them teams. Yeah. There's several teams who've got that.
But it's quite, when you think now, the worrying thing is that we lost Saturday. Swansea's a tough game, and then West Brom's definitely a tough game. We could end up being in the same sort of situation as we were when CW first came on scene, where we lose. But again, after that, we went on and went up. So it's not time to be slagging people off and falling out of that. It's
not at all.
So yeah, it's going to be a long season, and we've just got to bide us time, I think.
Who would you start against Swansea?
Who would I start?
I know you at minute back four kind of picks it. I think he is going to go for Osborne on left again in a problem.
Do you think? Like I think Norrington Davis might be.
I hope so. I hope you're right on that one.
Osborne's not.
What do you reckon?
I love Osborne. He 100%.
I'd like him as a midfielder at this point in time because he's got that tenaciousness to make it work at this level.
But he's definitely not a left back. So we've got to play a proper left back.
Baldock or Bogle? Because Bogle.
Bogle against. Carlisle were absolutely amazing. They were just doing turns. The thing with Bogle is he's definitely the better attacking right back. Yeah. But
well, as I said, I like him playing as a right winger essentially.
Yeah. Well, essentially first half yesterday that's where he were up front all the time. But
that's against a team like Swansea at the minute who were kind of struggling to find their shape as well. Matt Grimes is probably their best player at the minute. I'd like to see Bogle playing upright rather than 3 up top, play 2 and a 1.
Yeah.
But I don't think he will. I don't think he's got that in mind for his team.
I think he'll stick with usual midfield. I can't see.
I don't want him to start Norwood either at this game. I don't think
no.
it's a game for Norwood. I'd like to see Berger, Fleck. This is when I'm a bit torn. I'd like to see one of the younger lads.
Yeah, well, to me, I mean, they did all right against Carlisle, but they
a lot of growing to do.
Yeah, they don't look ready to me, and they probably do need to go out on loan for half a season even just to get in man's game.
Yeah.
It's a big difference playing league football to what they have been playing, and they just looked still a bit raw. I mean, big centre half. I can't even remember his name, but he played well. But again, he had one moment where they should have scored near end where he were positionally wrong. Yeah, so there's a lot of talent there, and there's a lot of promise, but I don't think they're ready yet, and that's why we've got to bring somebody else in, really.
Right, so now we're going to go to the Swansea fans and the Swansea Gaffer. But before that, a quick message from our mates at NordVPN.
We've all been there, trying to watch our perfectly legal and legitimate streams on a match day, only for this to happen. If you'd like to prevent this and keep your details and data safe from people you'd rather not access it, you need NordVPN. Wait a minute. The logo's blue. Why is the logo blue? Ah, that's better. NordVPN is easy to use, safe, secure, and helps keep you secure on your favourite non-mainstream websites. Use our link shown below to get a 2-year plan with 4 additional months included at a massive discount. You can do this knowing that NordVPN comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not satisfied, get your money back. Stay safe online and watch your 100% genuine streams with NordVPN. Sign up by visiting nordvpn.com/Shoreham View. It helps us a lot here on the channel, well helping yourself. So thanks in advance. Back to the video.
So thank you very much for the Shoreham View for getting me onto his channel. I really do appreciate it. My name is Reese. I am from the Swansea Ladies YouTube channel. I'm on around 3,952 subscribers. So I'm very close to 4,000 subscribers. So if you are watching this clip and you're not subscribed, then please do subscribe. It would really be helpful. So go on to Swansea City vs Sheffield United this weekend. Then Swansea City's first game was against Blackburn Rovers last weekend, and we did lose 2-1. It was quite a weird game, really. You know, definitely changed of style from last season. We're playing a lot more at the back, trying to get possession game, and trying to play the good way of playing football, the way everyone wants to see. There was a lot of mistakes in that game. Our goalkeeper gave away a penalty as well, trying to play out from the back. So we are making a lot of mistakes. We did play Reading in the cup the other day, and we'd hardly made any mistakes in that game. So you can already tell that the players already getting to know the style of play, and it's already getting better. Swansea City then, of course, at home this weekend. You guys had your home game last week, so it's going to be big for Swansea City to see this style at home. The new manager then, my impressions. So far, I'm quite impressed with what Russell Mann's done at Swansea City. Like I said, he's only been here a week or so, and he's already implemented his style on the players, and it looks really good on the eye. A lot of mistakes are happening, but that's always going to happen with a new manager and a new style of play. The return of Brewster and Oli McBurnie, it's going to be a bit disappointing seeing him in other than the Swansea City shirt. McBurnie did fantastic for the Swans in his first season in the Championship, over 20 goals. Brewster scored 10 goals in 20 games in the Championship for us, so he was fantastic. Both of them have not really hit the heights that they have at Swansea City and Sheffield United, but I do expect them to do a lot better this season than they have in the last couple of seasons, especially to McBurnie. But yeah, I do expect them to have a good season. I know Brewster scored his first goal in the club the other day in the cup, which is big for him. McBurnie's still yet to go on the score sheet this season. So yeah, knowing Swansea, we do like to concede against former players, and you've only got 2 good strikers like that. It's probably bound to happen. But I don't know if both of them will start. Of course, you've got McGoldrick, Billy Sharp, Lees Mousset. You've got a lot more quality players up front as well. My score prediction then, unfortunately, I'm going to back Sheffield United to get the win in this one. I just think you've got a bit too much quality on your day. It should be a good game, of course, on Sky Sports 8 o'clock kickoff. Going to be a buzzing atmosphere from both sets of fans. Really impressed with Sheffield United fans when I went to Bramall Lane, and when they came to Liberty, they took a lot of fans on a 5:30 kickoff. And Swansea fans, you'll expect a lot of noise from us as well. So I'm going to go 2-1 Sheffield United. Goal scorer for Swansea City, I'm going to back Jamal Lowe to score, and for Sheffield United, it's going to be McBurnie and Brewster in it. It's just going to happen. But anyway, thank you very much to the Shoreham View for getting me on the channel. He is also coming on my channel on Friday, or when you're watching this, that video might be up already, we don't know. But yeah, he will be on my channel, so make sure you check over on my preview as well, and the Shoreham View will be giving his Sheffield United perspective ahead of the game. Thank you very much for getting me on, mate, and best luck this season, apart from when he versed us twice.
A tough game, first and foremost. If you look at the quality in their squad, I don't think they've lost too many since their relegation. And also a manager that's had big success in this league, who knows the league inside out. and has had some really impressive teams in this division. So it's going to be a tough game. There's no doubt about it. But it's going to be an occasion I think our players are looking forward to. Really, hopefully, a really loud and atmospheric stadium, which I'm sure it will be. And I think we just have to embrace the challenge. It's going to be tough, but I think we will attack every game trying to do it in our way and trying to be the team that dictates how the game goes. We'll certainly try that. We're never going to change that, whether we play at home or away, and we'll just have to see where we're at. I think it'd be a really good indicator of where we're at, how much we've progressed in the short period of time we've been here, and we will look forward to it as a group of staff to analysing it after and going through it and trying to improve again. I think, if you look at the games we've had, with no disrespect to the opposition we've played already, the team that they can put out will tell you it is. The money that they probably assembled the squad with would tell you it is. If you compare their budget to ours, I'm not an accountant, but I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty far apart. So of course it's going to be a challenge, but every game is in this division, regardless of who you play. But they're lit with quality, but at the same time we have a hungry group of players that are really desperate to show people how good they are.
We've got to try and stay in a positive mindset, because under Chris Wilder, I know that some people did jump off at rails straight away, but a majority kind of says, no, there's still time to turn it around. Look, it's still better than when we were under Adkins. There's still time to turn it around. It seems to be, at the moment, especially after last season, that everybody has just hit that fucking panic button.
Yeah. I think we had 4 brilliant. Let's not get away from it. We had 4 brilliant years, and positivity were at a level that I've not seen in 55 years I've been there, sort of thing. So it's. I think once you get on that losing run, it's hard then to change mindset, isn't it? And that's why I worry a little bit about losing to Birmingham, losing to Swansea, losing to West Brom. You're soon falling back into that again, and we don't want to do that. We've got to stay positive. Fans have got to stay positive and just keep getting behind them and see us through it, really, because it's a difficult start, and it could go wrong, but we've got to.
Unlike in League One, you don't have a few games to kind of turn yourself around and recover, do you?
No.
But saying that, look at his first few games in the Championship. The season went up.
Yeah. Well, we lost first 2 there, didn't we, as well? Swansea and Middlesbrough. So, but suddenly every game looks tough now. Don't you? Watching football over the weekend.
They didn't look tough in Premier League.
Well, that's everybody's saying, "Oh, we're going to piss this league on one thing or another."
No chance.
You see teams like Middlesbrough, they come on strong in second half, and you've got Fulham, you've got, there's so many teams that are. Yeah, so it does. You suddenly
you've got
become
your favourites, you've got strong teams, and then there's so many dark horses in this divion. Every other team you look at, they could be a dark horse. It's like a fucking. It's like a field of black beauties.
Even look at Birmingham. I mean, they were poor, really, but
they ground out a win.
Yeah, they ground out a win. That's what you've got to do, innit? You've got to get that win from somewhere and take it from there.
That's what we've just not been doing for a long time since.
But I mean,
since the Hawkeye incident.
Let's be honest. I mean, if penalty had gone in, if we'd have got the penalty, should I say, against Birmingham, one of the 2 penalties that we should have had.
Did you miss VAR yet?
I did actually say on Saturday, where's fucking VAR? Yeah. But if we'd have had one of them, mood would have been totally different, wouldn't it? But it's
that's what we're going to do. We've got to try and keep us peckers up.
Keep us peckers up. Back to Viagra.
Now, you don't do score predictions.
Never, ever.
Never, ever. And I'm going to take a leaf out of your book, and I'm not going to touch that one with a fucking barge ball. But the game itself, do you see it being a vast improvement from the Birmingham game?
I mean, we just need a break from somewhere, which we don't seem to have had for the last 12 months, do we? You just need that break from somewhere. And
we'll get it.
Yeah, it'll come.
You've heard us waffle on. Now let's see what some other Blades fans think.
Good afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is you're watching this. It's Mark here from the Tufty Club. The other 2 can't be here today, which sounds like the start of an Oscar acceptance speech, doesn't it? But they can't be here, mainly because this is my house and I just don't let them in. But also, one of them's on holiday, and the other one, he just never turns up for anything anyway. So you've just got my views today. And you couldn't have picked a worse person, because of the three of us, I'm the only one that didn't go to the game on Saturday. So, I've obviously I watched it on TV, but at the minute I can't get there for another couple of weeks as well. So, hopefully by the time I get back we'll be good. But yeah, nice to see fans back in. Shame I weren't part of it, obviously, but I don't know, football with fans is just miles better, isn't it? Well, apart from when they're breaking into Wembley and stuff like that. But yeah, just generally, we saw it through the Euros, saw it now. It's just much better to watch football with actual fans rather than fake crowd noise and stuff like that. So yeah, that was good, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it continuing, hopefully. So not the result we wanted against Birmingham, obviously, but on our sort of preview podcast, he says plugging it, we did sort of predict that we'd get off to a pretty crap start, actually. We thought it'd be patchy at best, we know, pre-season, and unfortunately I think that's probably going to continue into the Swansea game. We never win there anyway, and I don't know, I'd like to think we might sneak a draw, but I think just at the minute Slav's not kind of got the hang of what he wants to do yet, because he's not really had a chance to work with them, not had a chance to do anything. It's not Wilder ball, obviously, and it's not Slav ball at the minute. And what we did suggest on the podcast, again plugging it, is that it probably needs a bit of a hybrid of Slav and Wilder. So Slava ball, if you will, and sort of, I don't know, maybe keep the three at the back thing for a bit, because I don't think he's got the people to play a back four. Players to play a back four. So yeah, I think go with the back three, do what he wants to do with the sort of front five, but yeah, I think for now just keep it solid until he's got them thinking and playing how he wants to and doing what he wants. So yeah, so even though we've got McBurnie and Brewster coming up against the former club, and every time we get a former player playing against us, it's they're definitely going to score, bloody hell, and they always do. But this is Sheffield United, so it doesn't necessarily work the other way. And I think we're looking at 1-1 at best, to be honest. I can't, from what I've seen so far, I can't see us scoring many until he's got going. What he wants to get going, and it didn't look like it were there against Birmingham yet. So yeah, I think aim for 1-1, but I can see us losing. I don't know, 1-0, 2-0. Yes, tune in next time for yet more upbeat nonsense about how we're going to lose, because we're not good enough yet.
A trip to Wales then this weekend for the Blades. It's going to be a very interesting game. But I think first and foremost, despite the result against Birmingham, what a treat it is to have fans back inside the lane. I wasn't lucky enough myself to get down to the game, as I live afar at the moment, but just watching it on the telly and hearing Greasy Chip Butty, it was a lot, and it's brilliant to have that back, and I can only see it being a positive for us this season. When the lane's rocking, I don't think there's a ground in that league that has a better atmosphere, but that's obviously a bit of bias sneaking in there maybe. But yeah, so first impressions of our playing under Slav. I am cautiously optimistic. I think it's going to take time, and we need better defenders if we're going to play a back four. In terms of Robinson and Osborne, I don't think are quite suited to that system. So we'll see how that sort of plays out in the next couple of weeks, if he brings Bash back in, or if Ben Davies does get over the line and we sign him and he comes into the left centre-back role, or if he operates with the 3-4-3 that he seemed to against Carlisle, which, by the way, Brewster getting a goal in that game, over the moon for the lad. I'm so happy for him. Hopefully he can kick on now, maybe with a goal against his old club in Swansea, and maybe the same for Oli McBurnie, even though I don't think he'll start, but it can certainly get some minutes. I can see Brewster potentially starting, especially since Moussa is going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks, which is a real shame, but it's just a bit of a sick note, isn't it? It's just a shame, but hopefully we'll see him back soon enough. But this is Brewster's chance now to really kick on and score some goals. And Swansea, under a new manager as well, it's going to take them a lot of time to get used to their playing. Again, very possession-based, so it could be a very evenly matched game. And we're going to have a lot of ball at the back, and I know that some fans think that someone's going to die if you play more than 3 passes in your own half. But I think give it time, get players used to the system. I think Norwood could be really crucial in this system, and I think we'll be alright. This game, I'm going to go for a draw, but we could sneak 3 points. Come on, Blades.
So, moving on to the preview of the Swansea game. It's going to be a tough game. It's not a ground that I can remember getting a result from. So, I'll be happy with a 1-1 draw for this one, just to get us off the mark before any more games go past and the Blades start panicking as after the Birmingham match. It looks absolutely amazing. The Cop full. Didn't get to the game myself as I was on holiday. Definitely going to Swansea. Can't wait for that. But yeah, to see that full Cop, the atmosphere sounded amazing. It'd have just been a lot nicer to get the win, and everybody would have been just so happy. I think a big Slavs football. I thought it's going to take time for players to adjust, and hopefully it won't take too long. It was nice for Brewster to get off the mark the other night. Hopefully this is the start of it, and it should be a game that he should start against his old club, McBurnie as well. Hopefully the curse comes back to haunt him and they both get on the score sheet. It'd be nice. So yeah, looking forward to it. Back on an away day, happy days.
So Slavisa Kanovic's tenure as Sheffield Giant manager started with 1 defeat and 1 victory. But what can we take from these opening 2 fixtures into our third against Swansea City this Saturday at the Liberty Stadium? Well, one thing's for certain, we knew already, Slavisa Kanovic likes to keep the ball. He likes to keep possession from the back into the midfield, creating chances for the strikers and really wearing the opposition down. And I'm one person for sure who does not mind that one bit. Yes, we can be more decisive. Yes, we can be slightly more faster and quicker with our movements. But do I mind it? Can I see a tactical revolution happening, a tactical philosophy? Absolutely. And I'm 100% here for it. Looking forward to the Swansea game. What do I expect from the Swansea? Well, they're very much the same to Sheffield Giant. Many parallels between the two sides. New managers, new tactical philosophies. They like to eat the ball. Their opening fixture against Blackburn, I think they had 70% possession. So the game could come down to a midfield battle. This is where players like Xander Berg, Flecky and Norwood really need to come into their own. I feel a place where they struggled against Birmingham was, yes, they managed to get on the ball a lot, but they didn't open the body and look forwards. The ball was coming from the back into the midfield, and a lot of the time returning to the back instead of going into the midfield, finding spaces and finding areas and ultimately finding shots on goal. I feel like McBurnie Brewster getting his first goal against Carlisle was big for him. Do I feel that this is the catalyst for a big season? Fingers crossed, but what we don't need to do is put unnecessary pressure on him. We still need to realise he's a young player. Yes, he has his price tag. Yes, he has his critics, but let the lad play. For God's sake, Blades fans, what I'd say, let the lad play. If he scores, great against Swansea. If he scores the winner in the 90th minute, we can go crazy, we can go mad. But if he doesn't score and he doesn't have a great game, let's not call him the worst player in the world, because that's the last thing we want him to do. His strike partner, possibly for Saturday's game, Oli McBurnie, another former Swan. He's got a lot to prove, but I feel like he's got it in the locker. Again, at his best, Oli McBurnie should be a 20-goal-a-season striker, partnered with Brewster with a bit extra pace. Who knows what could happen with those two. What do I expect scoreline-wise? I feel like I said, the midfield battle will be important, but if we can dominate that, I feel like we could be on the road to success. But overall, I'd say my score prediction will be Sheffield United 1, Swansea 1. Come on the Blades.
Alright, so we move on to Swansea. After last week's disappointment. More in hope and anticipation, I think, at this stage. Disappointed we've not been able to get who Slav wants in so far, but we'll have to see on that one, won't we? Seems like it is dependent on outgoings, but you know, we did lose 5 players or so at the end of last season, so there must be some scope for movement for loans at least. But we'll see what happens coming forward. Again, with what we've got currently, for me, I'd still play at 3 centre backs. I don't think we've got the players to play a back 4 still. Promising that Norrington Davis played the other night. I think he looks a decent player. So we'll just have to see. Will he play Brewster and McBurnie up front against their old club? I don't know. Obviously Moose is out. Shock, horror. But we'll see. It's all still work in progress. 2 tricky games this week with Swansea and West Brom. weren't fussed on that knock it ball in area to goalkeeper all the time. Gives me kittens. It's all right doing that if you can move ball then through midfield and turn it into a take. But doing 10 passes in your own area and kicking it long, I'm not a fan of. But again, that's down to players and that were kids the other night, so just have to see, hopefully get that right. But it's all, as I say, all work in progress. Let's see where we go. You know, Swansea's in transition as well, so out could happen. Absolutely out.
Roy fans will probably be wondering why I'm wearing this. Well, it's to give you a lot of hope, because for those who don't know, every time I wore this shirt in the first season in the Premier League, we never seem to lose. So I'm not going to start wearing it just yet. I think it's too early. It's only one game. I'm not going to get carried away. But for all those people worrying about the bad result last week and the slow start, don't worry, because if we lose the next two, I've still got this in the drawer, and as soon as I put this on, we're going to be flying up that league. So yeah, keep the faith, don't worry about it. One game, it were pretty shit last week, but if we lose the next two, I'll just have to put this on every week, and you know, I'm willing to take that sacrifice, even though the shirt's about 4 years old now. And well, when we played Watford, actually, on a tangent here, when we played Watford in the Premier League first season, people thought I were a Watford fan when I wore it at Bramall Lane, which is understandable. So, you know, if we get beat up when we play, I don't know, who plays in yellow in our league? Fuck knows. I don't think there is anyone. If we play Oxford in a cup, then, and I wear this, I'll happily get beat up for being an Oxford fan. That is how much I care about United.
A lot of mixed opinions there. So we are going to go now, but before we do, let's see what's out there in the world of Blades Media.
As with every match build-up, you should head over to Roy's View. You'll be getting all the pre-match comments from the Swansea fans, as well as after the game, getting all the post-match comments. Makes interesting reading every time, and gets you right in the mood for match day, especially listening to the Welsh people say Pogdy Ping over and over again. It's another televised game, so that of course means over on the Sheffield United way, they'll be doing their live watch-along. Al's joined by Nick this week, so expect banter to not be as good. Only kidding, Nick. It's always a good view, always a good laugh. It's better than the commentary, so mute Sky Sports and head over and watch the live watch-along if you can't be at the game. And of course, if you need something to listen to get you in the matchday mood, or to just listen to Sheffield United in general, you're spoilt for choice on Sheffield United podcasts. There's Tufty Club, Blades Pod, and 4 Blades in a Pub. Something out there for everybody, and they're all really enjoyable. Out now, here on the Shoreham View, we've got our chat with Keith Edwards. Some great memories, well worth a watch if you haven't done already. And coming up on Sunday, Monday if I'm hungover, is our first away day vlog since Palace in the Premier League. I cannot wait.
Again, thank you for joining us. By this time, I'll be on a coach to Swansea, definitely sober, and Kev will be sat at home, panicking and
fighting
whatever he's got.
I think we are going to be going into a public house to watch the game.
An establishment,
and possibly partake of a light ale or two, just to ease the nerves. But we'll have to see what happens. That's all I can say.
We hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit like, please subscribe. It helps us out a lot, and we can keep putting out this kind of random crap, can't we, Kevin?
Yes, and we get interviews with Keith Edwards, which is always
very nice. He wants to do his interview with Tony Curry, and the more popularity we can get, the closer we get to getting him next to his other hero.
God. I nearly met God last year after my stroke, but
we got the whole way through.
So it'd be nice to meet the real God. Yeah.
For fuck's sake. If you want to get your opinions on the video, the email address is below. It's sviewreactions@gmail.com. Straight after the game, get your opinions sent to that email address, and we'll try and get you on the videos. Kevin, been a pleasure. Let's hope we can
thanks to Rich and Jade for
saving us since Jono fucked off.
Yeah, so thanks a lot. Enjoyed it.
Up the Blades.